Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. Next one, Cross-Banlist Cup. So 2 videos remaining and a bit later than expected, right? Due to the newborn, the baby, 5 months old. It takes up a lot of time, more than I originally expected, and the Genesis Duels, right? So anyway, so let's take a look. The first finals. I think this one was expected, no? With both Burning Abyss and Spellbooks taking it up, like looking at all the decks. Spellbooks taking it past here, by the way, so they are again in the finals versus a famous deck, being Burning Abyss. So which deck has the advantage? Well, we saw previously in the previous matchup, a couple of videos ago, that Burning Abyss took it over Spellbooks, and going first was super crucial. It counts for both decks, but especially post-side deck where post-side deck where the side deck cards are crucial in looking at both decks having access to floodgates. It's looking at Burning Abyss, right, having access to anti-spell, and Spellbooks having access to stuff like Dimensional Fissure and more floodgates that hits the hand or prevents those monsters in hand from being activated. So like in all honesty, this again could go either way. So Spellbooks goes first though. That's important because now we're able to set up Yugioh. I mean, on the other hand, Burning Abyss does have a couple of outs in the main deck and side deck to hit the Yugioh. Twin Twister is a crucial one to potentially hit Fate. We are using, is it Wisdom, the one that protects face-up Spellcaster from either spells or traps? I think it's Wisdom. They missed Book. That's crucial, but on the other hand, like, they already used up their normal summons, so imagine them, attacking over Yugioh. They still are locked with their regular Shadow monster on field, so, locked from special summoning, BAs, etc. So the first one should be our duel. Use Blue Boy, Starhawk, get a couple of attack points, secrets, and I guess we know the set, and I'm not so sure if, we are going for double power, and I'm not so sure if, Shadow Dragon has to activate. Unlike, Skomata destroys while Dragon bounces back, so it's a compulse essentially, but it doesn't matter, right, because we still have our normal summon. And we can search 6. We can search 6 in the end phase. And yeah, we do have multiple outs for a potential normal summon. Okay, so Spellbooks is leading this one. We're going second. We do have the Mind Drain, but again, not the best going second. We had everything in right, and we side decked the dead weight cards out, so it doesn't really matter too much. Okay, so let's see, we do have a strong normal summon into a set, but the question now is that do we know their set? Well, we know it's not anti-spell because they're not flipping it face up here in the draw phase, so we still have a chance, as in not battle it out against anti-spell with this hand. Okay, I was about to say we are able to get out, or at least get out of a Spellbook of Judgment, but they make a good play. As in not keep, or let me keep a spellcaster face up on field, so we are not able to use Master and put up another, or at least activate another spell card, off of Judgment, so we are going to lose this one. Book of Moon is strong against BA. Just put, any BA face down, so they cannot special summon more names to the field, but on the other hand, Beatrice also locks them from doing that. Anyway, so 1-1. Third duel, and this is a good opening hand, like upstart into one of the terrible draws. What is it? Crescendo? The spellbook that, reveals 3 and your opponent picks 1 at random. But you're locked into not being able to activate any other spells than spellbooks. Anyway, so they do have anti-spell, and that hurts. We are, eventually forced to banish it with Fate. Because we started off, we definitely have the advantage. So we are using Fissure as well. And this should be our duel, no? Because we are and will be able to protect Yugioh. We will be getting the double search. Fogblade could be important. Or did I use Wisdom? I'm not so sure. Otherwise, using double power and Master would be strange. Or what did I miss? I might have missed something. Oh no, they're keeping, yeah, that's the thing, they're keeping Fogblade for Yugioh to still maybe even play the game. Okay, so duel number 4, going second. Here, 2 iffy cards, right? Again, having the Crescendo and Fissure, the non-spellbook cards. So essentially, I'm playing with 1 less card. I think that it was the risk worth to take. Because the thing is that, you know, we would be able to activate Fissure, shut them down, the percent, again, the Crescent, you know which one I mean. But on the other hand, like activating Fissure, they can still use Beatrice to send Dragon, like what happens here. And, you know, Dragon would still be able to destroy the Dimensional Fissure, because again, it hasn't resolved yet, so any monster will still be sent to the graveyard. They pop the last set, Yugioh is on field, and, you know, it gets Fogbladed, so it's not, at least it's negated. Both players can still special summon. We do have follow-up play for next turn, but I think they're able to get rid of the Yugioh. Yeah, keep in mind, the monster, what is it, unlike Phoenix Chain, the monster that's targeted by Fogblade cannot be targeted for an attack, if I'm not mistaken. But fair enough, you know, PK Fire does have a couple of ways to get rid of the monster from field, looking at Farfa, Break Sword, I don't know. So we're losing this one. I mean, not this turn, but was it Anti-Spell? No, okay, we can First Judgment, but this is not going to be enough. Yeah, they stole our own Yugioh. Basically our win con, so we're not winning this one. And they can Farfa our Blue Boy, right? Yeah. Just like, what is it, one of the previous games. So, okay, we're going into game number 5 here. And, I haven't mentioned it yet, but as you know, just like past years, because Burning Abyss was on the right side, and, you know, we're working with a losers bracket. If Burning Abyss loses this particular duel, Spellbooks winning the entire match, there will be a rematch. No spoilers. Anyway, so, you know, everything, at least like every year, because there's a loser's bracket. So we're going first. I feel like this hand, delicious, but we do get Twin Twisted. And this perfect setup goes to a okay-ish setup, as in they do have a couple of outs for Yugioh. This is fine still, even though Terror Top into Tekatomborg is a easy rank 3, but they need to get like a good mill, like Mill Craft, Mill Seer maybe. And like, do they have a Burning Abyss engrave? I missed it. Now they do, so they get another Scarm Surge, but Yugioh returns, so that's a big problem for them. So I get the Beatrice play here, and you know, Farfa banishing Yugioh, but this means now that my Dimensional Fissure can activate freely. So normal summon Blue Boy, it's protected by Veiler, and now we can just play. We should be able to fate the Beatrice, yeah. So Beatrice is banished, but as you know, Dimensional Fissure doesn't work like Macrocosmos, so the materials, the Exceed materials, are still sent to the graveyard. And Yugioh, we search 6, and Yugioh returns, and I think we have Protection. Was it Wing Blast? No, it's Fate. Okay, makes sense. So we banish Seer, and this is more than enough. So okay, this means that Spellbooks wins this one. So this is the actual last match, with Burning Abyss starting out. So that could be a problem, as we've seen in their previous matchup. So if there is a game that Spellbook needs to win, it's this one. The first game, again, before the sighting, before the floodgates. Okay, double Kaiku, that's not good. So we upstart for Judgment, and there's no follow-up play, right? Why don't we do more? We can't do anything. That's the thing. Double Kaiku, and yeah, like Judgment, and what after that? That's just a sucky hand. Here, let's see. I think we summoned Blue Boy before we used Fissure. I think that was with that hand okay, or was it the other way around? No spoilers for the next ones. Anyway, so user, obviously we have to you know, prevent the Grand Pulse from hitting the field. The PKs are still sent to the graveyard, which is fine still. I'll let the attack go through to preserve my, I think it's Mirror Force, but they do have anti-spell, so that hurts. That hurts a lot, not going to lie. But most importantly, we still, at least we have to keep the Spellcaster face up on field, so we are Mirror Forcing Seer, which is fine, it gets banished, thanks to Fissure. So, Battle of the Floodgates, essentially. Okay, but we are still under anti-spell. So we are going for the Exceed Summon, yep. So basically a bigger beatstick. Use Master to search Fate, and we still have to wait a turn. So we are forced to set a Fate for next turn. Okay, let's see. This was just a misclick. Because we knew that they searched a Boots. I think it's Boots, right? And normal summon Boots number 1, I guess it was obvious that the second one was in hand already. So we use Mind Crush. Spellbook of Life wasn't useful here in this situation, if I was wrong. Anyway, so use Warning on the summon. Super crucial to keep the I was about to say the big beatstick on field, but the Shining Elf is not that strong, but here we're not able to attack for a game just that. We draw Failure, which is iffy, right? Especially with Fissure. But again, I had everything side decked out, so I think it was worth it still, because they still have triple Twin Twister, anti-spell, so... And going second maybe later. So let's see. Shining Elf, still the big beatstick we need. I think we have we have Fate, and we are going to Fate their face down. I think so. So finally, we're getting those. You can't give Spellbooks this setup with the field spell, a couple of Spellbooks spells in graveyard. Getting them those extra draws every turn. You can't give Spellbooks that setup. Okay, game number 3. Let's see. Beatrice Pass, as in one set. Worst case scenario, that's an anti-spell. And it's an anti-spell. Okay, so we set 5, and this is not looking good. So they might be able to destroy some back row. Except they are going for Sir Dante. We do have Mirror Force though, so they're going for Grand Pulse, hitting Fissure. Hitting Fissure. And this is funny. We can Mirror Force, but it's so stupid because it actually makes the situation worse. Like, look. Obviously you're using Beatrice, and I thought Beatrice for some reason was once per turn, as in its summoning, or her summoning effect was once per turn. But that's not the case. Like here, both Fusion and Synchro, Reborn Dante, and you can still go for Beatrice. And there's still a Beatrice on my, at least on their field for my turn, so we're basically a losing battle. Like insane, right? Like Burning Abyss back in the day, 9 years ago. Okay, so we lost this one, game number 4. This is a strong hand, and we are taking the risk of them having Failure. With Fissure on field, they cannot use Failure, if I'm not mistaken, it should not be the case. Because my hand was solid enough. And I think we already had Judgment, right? Or did we have Secrets? I missed it. Anyway, so we get out of Yogin, and this should be our duel already. Like, Yogin search 4, 5, 6? No, 5. 4 or 5, yeah? Like, insane. Really insane. We're not losing this one. Even with double Twin Twister and follow-up, we're not losing this one. Yeah, so okay. 4-4, 10 duels. It all comes down to this. So the last game, the actual last game. And this hand is iffy. The problem here with the one of Judgment, the double... 3 Judgments in hands, right? Solemn Judgment and double Spellbook of Judgment. That hurts. And the field spell not doing that much here in this situation. And the Fissure is important. Could be important with the setup. With Mirror Force, stuff like that. But as I mentioned before, they kept, obviously, they keep the dragon in because of this. Again, Fissure hasn't resolved yet, so they can still send the dragon from their deck to the graveyard and pop one spell and trap. And now we're just far too much behind. Imagine having the 3rd spellbook card activated, us being able to put up Yogin. It's not going to be enough. Because we needed the Fissure, they can still banish the Yogin with Farfa or something like that, so it just won't matter. Going first in this matchup is just far too important. You saw, right? And the previous duels it just proved that going first in this matchup, super crucial. What is it? Do we have Protection? Mirror Force? No, we have Wing Blast, but it's not going to be enough. So we're losing this one. Okay. So Burning Abyss takes it over Spellbooks, the winner of previous year. So PK Fire wins this one. The next one, the last one, the finals number 2 of the bottom bracket. We have Ryzel Fiendsmith versus Ishizu Tearlaments. And previously Ishizu Tier won that one, but it was super close. So feel free to leave your predictions. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Riddim signing out. Peace.